Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to WsCube Tech. So guys, in our previous session we have covered what are special sequences in our regex. In our today's session we will be talking about what are sets in regex. So guys, these sets are not similar to the sets that we have in a Python that has curly braces or has unique values. These sets are kind of different. What makes them different? Let's have a look at that. So a set is a set of characters inside a pair of square brackets. So here we do not have a set in a braces, but we have it inside a square bracket, and they all have some special meaning. So the characters that are there inside the square brackets, they have some special meaning. Now what are these characters that we have? So I'll be giving you all the example of sets that we have. First of all, over here we have ATX in a square bracket. Let's understand what is this. So ATX over here is, suppose if you have any string called as hello world and there is no A and no T and no X inside it. So I'll just pick for any other string. For example, I'll just write let's say Lisa, John, David and Peter. Okay, so these are the four things that I'm writing down over here. Now my string says that it should have A, T and X. So wherever A, T, X would be there, it would be obtained. So we will obtain a list of elements. For example, from here we will obtain A, and here we do not have any A or T or X. Here we have A. So again A will be obtained. Again we do not have A, T or X. So here again we have T. So we will obtain T over here in this form. So we will be obtaining three strings, that would be A, and D and X is not there, so X won't be obtained. So it's not only limited to ATX, but whatever you write inside it. For example, if you would have written A and it's not A but A, J and D, in that case you would have obtained this A, this J, this A, and for D you would have obtained this D and the small d also over here. So in this way you would have obtained the value. So not the capital D but just the small d, and for J also if you would have written the capital J, then you would have obtained the capital J. Whatever you would have written, you would have obtained that only. So we need to be careful about the cases as well over here. Moving ahead, next thing that we have over here is A to H, but in smaller cases. So in lower cases, it returns the value that matches the lower cases. For example, here between A to H, for example, we have A to H over here. So between A to H, whatever values we have, suppose if we have this one also comes between A to H and this one as well. So whatever values from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, H and I guess H over here, right? So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So L won't come over here. But yeah, so what does this next one over here means? That for example we have A to H, it would return all the elements that are there in A to H. For example, we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. That means all the elements that comes over here, all the alphabet that comes over here will be returned between A to H. Similarly, we have not A to X, not ATX, sorry. That means all the values that are not A, not T and not X will be returned. So we'll get LIS, we'll get John, we'll get D, BID, we will get PE, but not T, ER. So we'll get all the values except for A, T and X from this in this scenario. Next is numbers over here. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3. It will return 0, 1, 2, 3. Suppose if you have a number like this, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3. Okay. And in this case, what you will get? You will get 1, you will get 2, you will get 3, you will not get 4, you will get 3 again. So 1, 2, 3, 3 are the values that you will obtain in this case. Similarly, if I talk about 0 to 9 over here, what 0 to 9 will give you? 0 to 9 will give you all the digits. Suppose if you have a string, let's say you have John 98. So what it will give you? It will give you John and 9 and 8. So it will create a list like this, 9, 8. But what if you want to obtain 98 as a whole? For that we have our next option. So 0 to 7 is the first digit over here. For example, let's say we have a string which has numbers like hello, 98, hi, 76, at the rate 79. We'll be writing, let's say 62. Okay, so we have 76 and 62 that comes in this range. That means our first digit should be between 1 to 7, 0 to 7 actually. So even if you have written 0, 7, that would work over here. So our first digit should be between 0 to 7 and our second digit should be between 0 to 9. You can define this as such you want. Suppose if you want to keep first digit as between, like if you want all the numbers less than 50. So in that case you can give over here 0 to 4. And here in this case you can give 0 to 9, so your last digit would be over here as 49. Okay, this is how it will work. Similarly, if I talk about the second one, this next one over here, that is small a to z and capital A to z, will return you all the alphabets that are there in your string, whether it's capital, whether it's small. Lastly, we have plus over here. Now plus, what is plus indicating over here? That we have meta characters, right? These are some of our meta characters, that is plus, multiplication, dot, bar, parentheses, dollar and the braces over here. These are our meta characters which have special meanings, but inside the square bracket they do not have any special meaning. So suppose if you have this string which had hello 98, hi 76, at the rate 62. In this case, if you will write at the rate inside the square bracket, you will obtain this at the rate in this case, because it will not treat it as a special character. But at the rate is anyways not a special character if there was a dollar sign here. So let's say if there was a dollar sign here, so in that case you would have obtained the dollar sign in this case. Okay, so guys, these are all the sets that we have over here. Now let's see their practical implementation, that how we can practically implement them. So over here on the right hand side, I have created a txt document which has all sets that we have, so that we don't miss any one of them. And let's write the string. So I'll just shift it a little bit here, and we can give a name to this string, anything. And before that, we need to import our RE module. So let's import RE, and we'll be writing any string. Let's say A. Inside A, I'll be writing, let's say Harry Potter, and let me just write it in cap. Harry Potter and the prisoner of Azkaban. Okay, once we have written this, now what I need to do, our first thing over here is this ATX. So what I'll be doing, I'll be using again re.findAll. So for that, first of all, let's create a variable that match is equals to re.findAll, and here what I'll be passing in the square brackets without writing R in front of it in the square brackets. First of all, inside the quotation, now inside the square bracket, I'll be finding all those values that I want to obtain here. Let's say I want to obtain A, I want to obtain R, and let's say I want to obtain capital P. Now as soon I will run it, nothing will happen. Why? Because something is missing. What is missing? We need to write the name of the string here, and we will write the current match here. So let's run it now, and as soon as I will run it, I'll get the output A R R capital P R A capital P R R A A. That means this one comes from this A first A comes from Harry, then both the R's come from Harry again. The capital P over here is coming from Potter, and the R small r is coming again from Potter. Then from end we are getting A. Then from prisoner we are getting the capital P. Again after P we have R, which we are getting over here, and the prisoner only we have another R. And then lastly we have Azkaban. So we have this small a and this small a. No capital A is coming over here. This capital A is not here because we have written a small a inside over here. So if I would have written capital A as well, so it is not limited to only 3 letters. So if I would have written capital A, you can see over here we have obtained the capital A as well. Okay, now moving ahead, talking about our next thing, that is A to H. So we can take A to H or A to T, whatever we want. So if I take A to H, so all the letters which are there between, all these lowercase letters which are there between A to H, we will obtain them. Here we have A, E, A, D, H, E, E, F, A, B, A. So all the letters that are there in our string, all the letters between A to H that are there in our string A, that will be obtained over here. Similarly, next over here is not obtaining the letters that we have written over here. So we have written previously we wrote A, R, P for the first one. Now if I don't want to obtain ARP, suppose if I want to obtain ARP, I'll just simply write them like this, right? I'll get all the A, R and P wherever the A, R and capital P are coming over here. But at the same time, if I don't want to obtain them, in that case I'll use a caret symbol over here, and now as soon as I'll run it, I'll get the output like this, that everything over here will be obtained except for A, R and capital P. So we have H and Y because A, R is there. Then in Potter we are not getting the P. O double T, we got the O double T here, but we had O double T E actually. The R is not here. The space is there. In the AND A is not here because we have written ARP. So this is how it works. Basically, I'm not going to explain the whole string, but yeah, this is how it works. I hope it is clear to you. Moving ahead, next thing over here is let's create another string over here. So I'll be creating another string called as B. In B, I'll be writing any email address. Let's say John83 @ or I'll just add some symbols as well. So I'll just add #gmail.com. Okay. Now what I want to do over here is that I want to obtain all the values between 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, or in 0, 1, 2, 3. So for that, what I'll be doing, I'll be writing 0, 1, 2, 3 here. As soon as I'll write 0, 1, 2, 3 over here, if there is any 0, any 1, any 2 or any 3 in this string, so I'll just change it to B. In this string, if there is any 0, any 1, any 2 or any 3, I will obtain that. So we have 3 over here and 83. That's why we have obtained 3 over here. Similarly, if I would have written 0 to 9, so if I would have written 0 to 9, it would give me all the numbers between 0 to 9. If there are any numbers between 0 to 9 in this string, we will get them. So we have 8 and we have 3. Okay. Similarly, moving ahead, if I'll add, let's say, more numbers over here, for example, I'll just add 12 and also I'll add 98. Okay, and this one, the second one over here says that your first letter should be between, so I'll just add 0 0-7, that your first letter should be between 0 to 7 and your second letter should be between 0 to 9. Now as soon as I'll run it, I will only get 12 over here. Why I'm getting 12? Because 83 is greater than 79, because the largest number that we can create from 0 to 7 and 0 to 9 is 79, and 83 is again greater than 79, and 98 is again greater than 79. In this case, if I would have written 03, we would have obtained 03, because what we have given over here, that the first digit could be any number between 0 to 7, and 0 is again over here a number between 0 to 7, right? So we have obtained 03 and 12 in this case. Next we have over here is, if you want to obtain any lower cases or any upper cases over here, that means anything, that means inside this string, if there are any lower cases letters or any upper cases letter and you want to obtain them, in that case what we will be doing, we'll be creating a square bracket. Inside this we'll be writing small a to z and capital A to Z without giving any without giving any comma, or without giving any other square bracket, set of other square bracket. We just need to write A to small z and A to capital Z, and I'll be getting all the letters over here, whether they are in small or capital. So if I'll just write this H in capital, I will still get this H over here. So anything that is there between A to small z and A to capital Z, we'll be getting that in the output. Lastly, we have this plus symbol over here. So we know that this plus is a meta character, right? So for meta characters, what happens in generally meta characters, if you want to drop the meta characters, if you want to drop their special value in meta characters, we use the backward slash symbol, right? But here in this case, we do not have to do anything. If we have anything, for example, we have dollar symbol here. No, we do not have a dollar symbol, but we have a dot over here. So dot again is a meta character, but as soon as I'll run it, I'll obtain this dot over here. Why I'm obtaining this? Because in this sets, the special characters does not make any special values over here. They are just like our general normal characters. So I hope guys that all the examples over here are clear to you, that how we have used all these sets over here, and you have no doubts and no questions. So in our next session, we are going to talk about all the functions that we have. So far we have discussed only two functions that are there in our regex, that is the search function and the find all function. In our next session, we'll be talking about all the other functions as well, along with the search and find all functions. Soon the things will also make sense. So right now we are finding things different like different meta characters. We have different special sequences. Then we have different sets. Now what we'll be doing in our upcoming sessions, what we'll be doing, we'll be combining them to verify the phone numbers, to verify the, let's say, email IDs, and for the web scraping process we will be. So stay connected guys, and I'll see you in the next session. Thank you.